It's time to keep track. Here are the final stats.
That leads us over to the Cage Curse Tracker.
Well, surprisingly, there were 11 curses in what kind of felt like a family-friendly movie, aside from the boobs. But yeah, I mean, they were like 1880s curses. So he had to go back a little bit ways. There was four hells, 3 bastards, which has been a long time since I've tracked bastard. I think Wild at Heart was the last time that had one, but that was a pretty damning insult in the 80s, I guess, to call someone a bastard. Speaking of damn, there's 3 dams, 1 Christ, honorable mention, but he says bloody several times, but British curse / Canadian curse, but we don't really track it in America, so I didn't track it.
And fouled up.
It just sounds funny when Canadian people say it to me. It's just like,
oh, it's bloody, eh?
It's so bloody,
Bloody this Molson has been shook up. This Labatt's is flat, bloody, eh?
So 11 for this one. But they were like PG curses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still more than you would think.
Oh yeah.
This feels like a movie that should be PG, but I believe it did get an R rated.
Yeah. It would have just been from the boobs, I would assume.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That was like 1986. I mean, Jaws was like PG, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe the gun. I mean, because it was a Canadian film, so maybe because of the gun.
That's true, yeah.
The violence, eh?
I know this won a couple of Genie Awards, which are like the Canadian equivalent of the Academy Awards back then, but has since been disbanded. It's not a thing anymore.
Maybe because they gave awards to the boy in blue.
True. Yeah,
You're
that was the last
joke
straw.
Organization. If that's what you're handing out awards for movies like that.
Made $275,000. Get the fuck out of here. As far as runtime, this was 93 minutes, which is putting it on the short end of our total list here. Pretty far down the list.
Yeah.
Puts it right at the same time as Renfield, The Trust, and Dog Eat Dog. 93 minutes. It's pretty short for a biopic, really. There's a lot more story you could have told, but
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like half of it was made up. So what really matters? Nudity. So we're confirming there was a breast early in the film. Dolce Gabbana. So that
Got to see her
means
Dolce de Leches.
her Dolce de Leches. That gives us 3 then, because we only saw 1 there, and then we saw Maggie's, of course, and then we also had 1 female ass, which was Maggie's for a second, because you see it when the sheet opens up just for a second. So very, very quick. And honorable mention for Cage abs galore throughout this thing. So that brings us up to 93 total breasts. We're almost at 100. We're almost there.
Still the creepiest tracker.
And then we were catching up slowly to male ass. We had 13 of those. And we now have 12 female asses. Yep. Gonna move on. State and country tracker. This is our first time to Canada. Ontario specifically. We had not been to Canada. We had the Northwest Territories, I guess, kind of, if you count the Arctic Circle in National Treasure, but not really. I don't know. It's never specified where that is. Could have been Labrador or whatever that area is up there.
Yeah.
But then we also went to Pennsylvania and Massachusetts in the United States. We had been there previously in both of those. And then we also went to London. So I think that's our 3rd time to England now. But first time Canada. So that brings us up to 25 total countries, which matches our state total, which we have not moved the needle at all this season whatsoever. Yeah. Every place we've been state-wise, we had already been before. So it's kind of crazy. I'm not sure that we're going to add a state this entire season, which is kind of nuts.
Movies only happen in like 50 places.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, true.
Budget versus gross. I switched out the Canadian number to 5.38 million doing the conversion. So, yeah. I mean, I know that fluctuates and changes and probably was different in the 80s, but we're just going to go with that. And then it made $275,000. So that brings our grand total up to $2.191 billion on the budget. And we have now grossed $4.92 billion for the gross. Yeah.
Damn.
As far as our top grossing films, this is sandwiched between Christmas Carol, the movie, and Mom and Dad.
Oh, man.
Which is kind of crazy. $275,000. I just don't understand how it failed that spectacularly.
Yeah.
Again, onecagepodcast@gmail.com. If you have any insight of when The Boy in Blue was released in Canada, if you even remember,
do you work
it
on
ever
the film?
coming out?
Family member work on the film?
Yeah, anybody associated with the film who isn't dead, because it seems like everybody is dead associated with this film. And then ratings. This did get an R rating, which is surprising. I guess for the nudity and maybe some of the violence, the gun going in the mouth, just suck it, sinner it. I don't know. It's kind of surprising how it got an R rating.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's Canadian rating board is different. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, that leads us over to the Cage Kill Tracker.
Super easy one. Sadly, he didn't kill anybody other than my schmeat.
He killed my cock over the course of the 3 weeks it took me to write this thing. Jesus Christ.
So 0 kills, still leaving us at 268. And I mean, I assumed he died at the end of the movie because those thugs were going to murder him. But according to the little caption that came on, he survived. So 0 deaths in the film by Nicolas Cage. So we're still sitting at 18.